Hey there, it's Gail with this week's collective energy reading, and I'm going to dive right in to the reading. I've got the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise, Linn, the Cali Oracle by Alana Fairchild, and then I also have the Tattoo Tarot, which I haven't used all that much, but I love the artwork on it. So we'll see. We'll see what comes up for the energies this week. We've got quite a few planets retrograde, including Mercury, and I'm feeling like the energies were like super high and quick last week, and coming into this week it feels a little slower. Doesn't necessarily feel low vibe, but it just feels like that the energy is starting to settle a little bit. There's nothing to be concerned with or worried about. Just that it just feels I was going to say a little less magical. It's not that. It's just a little bit more stable this week. And I'm just tuning in. I wanted to share with you that earlier today, so we've been having a woodpecker come and visit us the last few days. And so I looked into the symbolism of woodpecker. You may want to check that out as well, but that has a lot to do with prosperity and, different cultures, whether it's Celtic or Native American, they have different meanings associated with woodpecker, but it has a lot to do with heart chakra and root chakra. So there may be some work this week, energy work around, possibly healing work, but definitely energy clearing, energy maintenance work around the heart and the root chakra. I know for me personally, I've been doing a lot of work with root chakra lately. Another resource to check out for chakra work is chakra boosters. I think I've mentioned that before on the weeklies. Vicky Howery with chakra boosters. She's got chakra tattoos, but then she's also got some beautiful video series on different aspects of each chakra. So you may want to check that out as well. All right, so let's get into the reading. I'm going to pull the Sacred Forest first. Let's see what we got here. Oh, wasn't I just talking about prosperity with the woodpecker? So we've got bee spirit, prosperity, oh, she's got a ring on that bee, so that's interesting. It says prosperity, but this reminds me of just general abundance, and this is also reminding me of that card from last week's weekly, where it had like the tiara and the jewels and the necklace. So again, like this sense of, maybe there's an inheritance coming. I think that like celebration came up last week too. So maybe there's some sort of celebration going on, somebody getting married or a proposal. It could be a business proposal, or maybe some funding coming through for your mission. Let's see. I'm really looking at the orange and the yellow on these flowers as well. So there may be like a creative project that you've been working on. Maybe you're like pitching for funding, or just partners, or maybe having sales conversations with prospects. Okay, so we also have generosity, maple spirit, growth, toadstools, . Just noticing that one of her eyes is covered. So there may be something that you're not quite seeing clearly yet. And then we also have Wild Rose Spirit, which is love. Beautiful. Wow. So I'm getting like a lot of pleasant energies this week. I'm seeing a lot of red. So I feel like that's speaking to staying grounded, continuing to do any kind of healing or clearing in that root chakra. I'm also getting a little bit of sacral, I'm hearing the word activation, not necessarily healing and clearing, but maybe waking up the sacral chakra a little bit more for those creative projects, either through your mission or just personal creative projects. But some really beautiful energy around prosperity, generosity, growth, and love. What I'm getting from this is that these two cards in particular, the Bee Spirit and the Maple Spirit, like they work together. They work together, right? So, oh gosh, what is that law that I'm thinking of? The law of compensation. It's not just about being focused on earning money, getting money, accumulating things, materialism. It's not just about that. It's also about, giving back your time, giving back your money, giving back your resources, and vice versa. It's not always about give, and never receive anything. It's really a balancing this week, I'm feeling, of whatever you've been putting out, you're going to be in a place to receive that. So definitely work on being in that receiving mode this week. And it is connected to your personal growth, I'm feeling. So if you've been working on being more receptive, you're going to see the manifestation of that this week. We're not, well, at least in the American culture, we're not really taught how to be very good receivers. I'm also picking up that there's a balancing here, not just in the giving and the receiving, but also in the energies that are connected with that, right? So the feminine and the masculine. Feminine energy is all about being in the receptive mode. The masculine energy is taking that action, right? So there may be some balancing that you want to work on or focus on this week in regards to your feminine and your masculine energy, especially with this love card here. I'm feeling like that's more of a universal and self-love, but you might also, as you're working on that self-love and getting into that receiving mode, you'll start to see that reflected in your relationships, whether it's a romantic relationship or a family relationship or a friend relationship, or maybe just a stranger that you see coming down the street. All of those energies are working together to help you expand, expand and ascend during this time. So I feel like it's a continuation of last week's energy. It's just not so heightened and so excitable. It's kind of settling down, but it's still a really beautiful, it's kind of like, okay, so I just heard like, it's the difference between first date and like maybe the first, year of being with somebody. Like, not that this is specifically about any kind of romantic connection, but they're just wanting to draw that comparison of like the energy last week was so heightened and so exciting, and it's like that first date excitement, and then this week it's settled down into more of a flow and a rhythm and just like a really good feeling place. And just not like, okay, I'm in this, it's feeling good, I'm really enjoying this. Like there's still excitement there, but it's not at that like really heightened state. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some Kali cards, or maybe just one, we'll see. These are really neat. see, what do we have? Hello, graphics DD. Oh, geez, I've got a whole bunch of stuff coming out. Okay. I'm not going to take these. So we've got this card, which is Nitya Kali. It says, through journeying within, you will gain energy, insight, and freedom from the constraints of what has been. Allow that which needs to end to do so. Yeah, this has been coming up in the weeklies for a while now. You shall realize that you are not being denied, but released. There is something new on the horizon for you. Honor your losses, but keep hope in your heart for what is meant to be. So I've been talking with colleagues and friends and soul sisters and soul brothers, and this whole releasing conversation keeps coming up about how certain relationships are ending or being released, and sometimes it's happening in a very easy and smooth way, and sometimes it's kind of in a way that we feel that grieving. Had a conversation earlier today about releasing a practice, a business. So this is also continuing to get processed through this week. So if you've been in this process, what I'm feeling is that you're either entering into this or you're coming out of this. So this may be something that's on the horizon for you. If you've already been kind of in this process, it's like you're coming to the end of this. This is coming to fruition. Continue to do any sort of healing and grieving that you need to do around this, but it's also like the light at the end of the tunnel. And what I'm feeling is that you're going to get some clarification about why this had to happen. This particular release had to happen. What I'm feeling is that if there's any sort of reconciliation or resolution that hasn't happened yet, that's coming this week or, within the very near future. Okay, and then we got this one. This is Kalika Tantrika. Kali overcomes karma, realigns us with our path when we have veered off course, reverses the momentum of negativity, and detaches draining energy cords, restoring us to full vitality. Yeah, so I feel like that, the reason why these things had to fall away is because it wasn't for our highest good. It was draining us of our energy, our vitality, interfering and distracting us from our purpose and our path. So there may still be some sadness and some grieving about releasing this or losing whatever this is for you. And also know that it's so new and better and higher vibe, whatever it is, situations, experiences, people can enter into your life. And it could be, it may be one of those things where something is being transformed. So the situation might actually be being transformed. So it might not be that this situation is leaving your life forever, but the previous iteration of it is. It's like closing the chapter on that and then either coming back at it with a clean slate or just making way for something new to come in. That makes sense. Okay. It may seem like your will is being thwarted or you're not getting what you want, but the goddess knows what she's doing. Her actions will benefit you. Trust. So both of these cards. Okay, so in the other one it says, you shall realize that you are not being denied, but released. And then you're not being thwarted or not getting what you want, but the goddess knows what she's doing. So it may look like, if you were particularly focused on tried to manifest something, or you had a desire and you're like, geez, it's not working out. Maybe I was wrong. What I'm feeling coming through in these cards is that it's not necessarily that you were off base, right? Like the heart knows. The heart always knows. And so if you had a desire, it didn't manifest, and you still have that desire, I feel like what this is saying is, it's not that the desire is wrong, or that you were wrong, or that you misinterpreted. It could be that the timing is wrong. It could be that more things need to shift and change and fall into place. And so it's kind of like the message is just hold that a little looser. Don't be so attached to it coming in a certain way or a certain time frame. Really lean into your faith and your trust that your prayers are being, your prayers are heard, they're being answered in the proper timing. So there may be some alignment that you need to do if this is involving, other people or other situations, things that are beyond your control. Like things may need to be going on over there that, you have no control over. And so it's kind of like, it sort of feels like to me, like just give it up to God, just trust that the divine's taking care of it. Okay. I'm just going to pull a couple of tarot cards. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. So the death card was the first card that came out. Right? So like I said, something's transforming here. Whether it's you or the situation or both. This looks like a pretty gnarly card, right? Like there's skulls on the bottom. But the thing is with the death card, it really is about closing those old chapters, letting go, releasing the old limiting beliefs and the patterns that aren't serving you, to make way for like this new life, this new beginning. Also, moving out of the shadows and into the light is what's coming up for me. I don't remember the order these fell out, but I'm looking at them in a particular order. So the Ace of Wands, right? New beginnings are coming through. The sun here in the background, I'm feeling like this is going to be really healing. I'm also noticing the roses here. So I don't know, you might want to look up the meaning of roses. I know roses are associated with love. Again, I'm feeling like this is connected. Oh, we have that love card here too. This could be uniting with a love partner in mission. This could be, again, uniting those inner energies with your masculine and your feminine. Hold on, I'm just tuning in here. Wow, I don't normally talk about this on my weekly energies, but if you're in a twin flame situation, I'm feeling like, especially in the starseed twin flame collective, that there may be some unions this week specifically around mission, doing mission together. There's a lot, there's a lot coming through on this. So this may be like you let your person go, or the idea of being in some sort of like romantic connection with your person. And the way it's coming back around is through working together in mission. Yeah, so that's interesting. That doesn't usually come up in my readings, but so yeah, I mean, this could just be about the energies, unifying the masculine and the feminine energies within you. And it could be actually I've got Pentacles here too. King of Pentacles. What do you want to show me about this? Look at this. So this guy's got He's got this diamond right over his heart. Yeah, it's like if you're in mission with a partner, love partner, twin flame, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. There's some sort of like offer coming in that I'm feeling. It could be, it could literally be like maybe it's a funding kind of offer. Like maybe your person's got some money that they want to invest into this joint mission. But it could be kind of a love offer too. And then we've got Knave of Swords. Okay. So I am picking up a little bit of spying energy here. Also, with the snake here, and then also with the eye on the neck. And the sword is up right here, so that there's something here about speaking truth. But it feels a little bit like a warning. So do your due diligence. If there is some sort of business proposal coming in, make sure that you're doing your due diligence. Read the fine print. If there's some sort of, like I'm getting, maybe there's an invitation to rent office space or event space, something like that coming through. It's like, make sure that you do your due diligence. Don't take things just at face value. Make sure that you're clear on what the agreement is. Have it in writing. Especially if it seems too good to be true. I don't feel that that's necessarily connected here with, with a business partner or a love partner. Just like whatever it is that you are working on individually or together with a partner, just make sure that everybody's on the same page, that everybody's signing agreements, signing documents. I'm also hearing like you may want to get an extension and wait until after Mercury retrograde. So it's just that this is just a little bit of a warning of like you're going to be caught up in this energy here that is, passionate and exciting, and also would be very easy to miss the details, is what I'm getting for that. Okay, do we have anything else? They want me to pull another Kali card, and then I think that's it for the reading. So there's this card. Oh gosh. I apologize if I butcher this. Mahavidya. No matter how logical an approach may be or how sensible it may seem, there are times when the heart nudges us toward a different way. Have the courage to be moved by your heart along untried paths that resonate, whatever the logical mind has to say about them. You are outgrowing a problem and birthing a superior outcome. Yeah. Right. So whatever that situation was that you're letting go of, it's because you've outgrown it. I think I said that earlier, right? And you're making way for the new to come in. Now, whether that's a new iteration of that situation or just a completely new situation in general, it's kind of like just live into that. Just trust. Spirit has your back. Make sure that you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's, whatever you've got going on this week, and I'm feeling for the next few weeks, right? So make sure that you're doing your due diligence. And yeah, like if there's some sort of, if you're watching and there's some sort of love connection kind of wrapped up in this mission and this message in the energies for this week, I'd love to know. So definitely leave a comment. Let me know if this resonates, and I will catch you all next week. Bye.